check, check.
Mint Hill is on the left and the white. Boca Dallas is on the right and the red.
It's the 4th edition of TST from Cary, North Carolina. An early Wednesday morning. It's cloudy and a little bit of a drizzle on the field as Boca Dallas takes on Mint Hill FC to kick off men's Group G action here at WakeMed Soccer Park. It's a beautiful week of soccer ahead, 7v7 between Boca Dallas, Mint Hill. The rest of the group is made up by 2024 TST champions La Bombonera and new team Charmor 410 out of Baltimore. We take a look at this Boca Dallas side who were players in the 2025 edition. They made it to the round of 16 before falling to then reigning champs La Bombonera 1-0. But how about the reload for Boca Dallas this season? Talk about talent highlighted by Douglas Costa from Brazil, member of the World Cup squad in 2018. He's got 567 club appearances, 3 Bundesliga titles, 3 Serie A titles. He leads the line for a talented and reloaded Boca Dallas team, also led by Kings World Cup USA captain Gabriel Costa. On the other side for Mint Hill FC, take a look at netminder Juan Martinez out of Syracuse University. He's a player who spent time at the Charlotte FC Academy and Crown Legacy FC before making his way up to Central New York to play for the 2022 Collegiate NCAA National Champions. Again, it's a beautiful day for soccer. 73 degrees here at Field 4 on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Starting lineups for the two sides. We'll start with Mint Hill FC. They start with Juan Martinez in goal. As mentioned, a 2-3-1 formation. They'll bring out Ian Larson as one of the center backs alongside Marcio Venancio. And then in the midfield, Thiago Grippi, Jamie DeLuzio, and Eder Souza. Gabriel Silva makes up the strike force for Mint Hill. On the other side for Boca Dallas, in net is Eduardo Pollo Cortez out of Dallas, Texas. Defensive line of Well Andrade and Elton. Midfield 3, Douglas Costa, as mentioned before in the pregame, alongside Baller League star Gustavo and Kings World Cup USA star Gabriel Costa. The forward for this team is Luis Morales, who's a U.S. national futsal team player. The referees for today's matchup are Corey Rockwell on the field, and the bench ref is Dan Benson. Let's take a look at the TST rules. It is 7v7 soccer here in Cary, North Carolina. The TST rules are each half of 18 minutes. The clock will stop only for official timeouts and injuries. You're allowed to substitute on the fly, but substitution's not on the fly, but during stoppages, no more than 3 players in the sub box at one time. The goalkeeper sub must be wearing a goalkeeper jersey or a penny at all times. If you do decide to go without a goalkeeper, that's a strategy we saw in TST 2025 as well. No slide tackles. It's a direct free kick to the opponent. You can go to ground, but you can't go to ground to dispossess an opponent. No offsides, and we'll get to target score time rules when we get to that point later today. So Boca Dallas, Mint Hill, I mean, you couldn't come up with two different stories with these two teams. Talk about Mint Hill FC, first year of TST action. They compete in the NPSL and the UPSL, which are two amateur/semi-pro leagues here in the United States. Boca Dallas is a team with a futsal background. 7-a-side soccer and tournaments is what they do, and you can see that with the roster makeup this year for the team out of Dallas. So much to play for with these two teams. Of course, the $1 million on the line as Mint Hill and Boca Dallas get set for action. Both of these teams will then play later today, right around 5:30, 5:45. Mint Hill's next game is against Charmor 410, and Boca Dallas will take on La Bombonera in the evening. But you got to get through these 40 minutes of soccer first. Again, two halves, each of 18 minutes. As Boca Dallas trots out red jerseys with the blue shoulder chest area, the white stripe and the blue shorts. Mint Hill FC in the all-whites, moving from left to right on your screen. So as the teams get set for action, it will be Boca Dallas in the red jerseys to kick things off here at TST with World Cup legend and Brazil national team legend Douglas Costa leading the line. Out to take the kickoff, it is Luis Morales. Both goalkeepers checked in, and we're underway. Luis Morales will get us started as TST is officially off for Mint Hill FC and Boca Dallas. First couple of seconds, an immediate foul won by Boca Dallas. Expect this Boca Dallas team to play quickly, play creatively. They've got the Kings League experience, some Baller League experience as well. Settled around the back end and worked around. So about a minute into this one, there's Gustavo playing back to Pollo Cortez. Longtime MASL netminder, named to the MASL rookie team in 2019-2020. Moving forward the other way. Quick burst for Boca Dallas, and it's played out. Last touch by Mint Hill. Again, Mint Hill, UPSL team. They're used to playing 11 aside. This is a bit of a change for the Mint Hill team. Costa makes his run in. Circled all the way around. Gustavo will land on it on the near side. Inside goes Gustavo. Douglas Costa. Gustavo fires, and it's off the bar and out. Juan Martinez didn't get a touch on it, but first chance of the game goes to the Texas-based Boca Dallas side. The restart finds its way to Juan Martinez. Pressure coming, and Juan Martinez has it played out. Last touch off of Costa. Juan Martinez went to J.L. Mann High School, based out of Greenville, South Carolina, is his hometown. An experience with Charlotte FC, Crown Legacy FC, as Boca Dallas will take it up on the near side. 7v7 action here in TST. Good passing move by Boca Dallas, looking to swing the ball around, but it escapes the foot on the far side of Mateus Rufino. Rufino played in Kings League Brazil for G3X FC, of course, headlined by one of the best 7v7 players in Kelvin Oliveira. There's a slide tackle by Jamie DeLuzio. First yellow card shown. Again, you can't slide tackle to dispossess opponent. You can only go to ground if you're trying to keep the ball in on the sidelines.
Underway on field 4, men's group stage play featuring Boca, Dallas, and Mint Hill FC. TST rules are as follows.
Rufino,
we play 2 18-minute halves, followed by target score
right
time.
on top of the TST logo. Play comes in. Martinez comes out and denies Boca Dallas a surefire chance.
That target score is the winner. During target score time, a player is removed.
Great reaction by Martinez. Stands about 6'2", 6'3". As Boca Dallas quick restart off the corner. They want to play with possession, but turned right back over. Mint Hill flicked it forward, but nothing doing, and it's picked up again by Daniel Nascimento. And now working inside is Gennaro Castillo. They call him the Pink Panther for his pink-dyed hair. Made a name for himself in Kings League Mexico with Los Chamos FC. First foray forward for Mint Hill after about 4 minutes of play where Boca Dallas is just controlling the ball. What can the upstart boys from North Carolina produce on their first set piece of the day? Again, looking at the makeup of these two rosters, it is incredible to see, but Mint Hill does have some Brazilian influence of their own on this team. Shot coming in from distance is headed away and then played out by Mint Hill. Keep an eye on the man wearing 27 on the field for Boca Dallas. That's Lucas Guilherme. He goes by L7 of Kings League fame for Dendele FC. 10 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists, 1 yellow card in his last Kings League split. Here is L7. Boca Dallas with space, but winning possession back in midfield. Now a chance to drive forward for Denny Nunes. Mint Hill feeling the pressure early on and just sitting back. And what it does is it allows Boca Dallas to step forward and press higher up the field, really seeing Mint Hill struggle to get out of their own half in the early goings. Chance to break away from Mateus to the back post. Touched across. Martinez gets a hand to it. And Mint Hill survive yet another defensive miscue. And Martinez comes to the rescue yet again. Again, 18-minute halves here. Touched away by Mint Hill. That's Thiago Grippi. Plays with SXB out of Kings League Saudi Arabia in Kings World Cup Clubs. Was the last competition he played in. Martinez comes out. He uses a towering frame to gain possession for Mint Hill. Back to Martinez. He's been pressured once today. Led to a goal kick again. Gabriel Costa with a good step forward. Martinez looks to the halfway line. Finds his man in Tresor Mbuyo. Back to Martinez again. First real spell of possession for Mint Hill. And TST 7v7 action on YouTube all tournament long. Can also catch some games on Peacock as pressure comes on Martinez again. And a huge bon vida if you're watching from Canal Goal BR. Tuning into TST action on that YouTube channel as well. Stepping into space, shot from distance, and again forced into a save. As Elber Jr. gets involved, 11 games, 11 goals for Fluxo FC out of Kings League Brazil. And another chance for Boca Dallas to set up shop in the offensive zone. Martinez came out for a moment, but let it go over his head. It travels all the way out of play on the far side. Again, a lot of defense so far for Mint Hill, and now you're seeing the pressure for Boca Dallas. Martinez all the way forward. It goes under the foot of Elber Jr., but controlled, and Elber would get it right back And work around. Here's Cortez. All the way to Elber again on the near side. He'll find a Mexican national team legend in Marco Fabian, who plays in the MASL right now with the Empire Strikers. Chance to break for Mint Hill. Circling back around is Ricardo Jr. Good pressure from Boca Dallas, recovered by Cheyenne Santos. They call him Chai. Here's Elber. One-on-one. Couple of step overs, some space, and another save by Martinez. The Syracuse netminder has been tested today and stood tall so far. 9 minutes, Martinez all over this Mint Hill goal. He's been busy. Costa. And the shot goes well above Martinez. I mean, Juan Martinez is just about as tall as the goal. The crossbar is 6 foot 5 inches off the ground. Martinez fills that almost entirely. I may have been short-changing him when I said he was about 6'2", 6'3". He's about 6'4". I mean, he fills that entire frame when standing straight up. Chance forward. It's touched away by Boca Dallas. Header on. It'll fall in the air. A chance on the volley just over. An acrobatic effort. The first chance really on goal for Mint Hill. It comes from Braden Keenan. If you're looking at a field player to make an impact for Mint Hill, look at Keenan. As a ball roll one way. Gustavo will fire. Took a deflection and scored. Gustavo Gomez was second on Glitch FC in Baller League with 8 goals, and he gets Boca Dallas started today. And the team from Texas takes a 1-0 lead. And clock will continue to run. It only stops on official timeouts and injuries. But 10 minutes and 20 seconds in, and Gustavo Gomez has goal number 1 on Field 4 here in Cary, North Carolina. Martinez with some pressure. Turnover. Gomez going for goal again, and this time just over. Almost made it 2 on the back end. After a mistake by the netminder. Can't blame him for the first goal. Juan Martinez just took a crazy deflection and over his outstretched hand, but that one, straight off the turnover, would have been a little bit more dangerous for Mint Hill FC. I mean, TST just keeps on getting better and better with the names this year, with the talent on the field. A lot of Kings League talent coming in this season to compete for the $1 million on the men's side and on the mixed side, which is a new tournament this season. Also seeing some Queens League talent as, again, Martinez caught out in possession. Gabriel Costa battling on the goal line, and he'll let it travel out. Ruling his goal kick by referee Corey Rockwell. The white and green ball is presented by Voigt, the same brand that's been the official match ball of Liga MX for 40 years. 1-0 scoreline, 12 minutes into the first half. Pollo Cortez will hang on to it. Played in 80 MASL games in his career, made 941 career saves. The goalkeeper out of Dallas. Here's Fabian. You see guys from the MASL littered all over this TST tournament. Champions in 2023, Newtown Pride FC on the men's side. Stacked with MASL talent. La Bombonera. The winning goal in 2024 was scored by MASL player Chad Porch. Last year's winners, Bumpy Pitch FC, with heavy influence from the San Diego Sockers, who just won the 2026 MASL Ron Newman Cup. Breaking through. Worked out wide. Drop pass back to Costa. And now Fabian will reset. Dropped into the Pink Panther, Castillo. All the way back, Fabian will reset slowly for Boca Dallas, who lead 1-0. Cortez. All the way to Marco Fabian. Douglas Costa. Brazilian legend. Drop back to Costa. Turnover. Costa battling back. A lunge at the ball, but Costa will come up with possession. He'll actually let this one roll out for a goal kick. Take a couple more seconds off the clock. We're 14 minutes down in half number 1. 4 minutes to go in the opening half of TST 2026, the 4th edition of the soccer tournament. But this year, there's a new tournament in it as well as the mixed side, featuring names like Hope Solo FC, Landon Donovan Sneaky Fox FC, as well as the Wrexham Red Dragons, all in this first version of the mixed tournament. Third year of the women's tournament as well. Two-time champions, the U.S. women, are back looking for a three-peat, led by Heather O'Reilly, a new face in it. Jessica McDonald, who we spoke to yesterday, they're excited about getting to represent the U.S. women's national team on a 7v7 stage, but they've also got 5 UNC women's soccer players from Chapel Hill. As Martinez turns it over again, this time further up the field. He's been active on the shot-stopping side of things. Couple of saves already for Martinez. Just the one goal allowed off a deflection. Scored by Gustavo. All the way back to Martinez again. Turned over. Battle comes in. Foul call just outside of the box for Boca Dallas. Wriggling his way free was L7, Lucas Guilherme. Again, this is a creative, fast-paced Boca Dallas team, and Mint Hill, one too many turnovers right now from the backfield, allowing Boca Dallas a chance to score from an advanced position. 2 players standing over it, Daniel Nascimento and Mateus Rufino. Nascimento will roll it through and score. Went through the legs of Martinez, and it's 2-0 Boca Dallas with 90 seconds left in the first half. Quick restart by Mint Hill. Turned over by the team based out of Charlotte, making their TST debut. Crossfield ball lifted, looking for Che. Can't find him. Che Santos is an interesting story. He began his career in futsal after a doctor's recommendation. He was suffering from allergies when he moved to Rio. That's how he got his start in the small-sided game. Played professionally in 11v11 soccer out in Malaysia, and then returned to 7-a-side soccer in Brazil for teams like Fluminense, Flamengo, and Botafogo. And now he's playing with Boca Dallas, looking to bring home the million. Here is Che. Quick dance pass one. He'll find L7. Bursting free is Alan Gutierrez. Alan may have jumped over the end line. It's a goal kick for Juan Martinez. Quick restart. Mint Hill with not much time left in the first half. And there is the halftime whistle. So 2 goals, one from Gustavo, one from Elbert Jr. And Boca Dallas lead 2-0 at halftime.
Dallas now leads Mint Hill FC 2-0.
Still a lot of soccer left, and of course we've got target score time after that. We'll be back after halftime here from Field 4 in Cary, North Carolina. After halftime, it is 2-0 in favor of Boca Dallas. They have a lead over the Charlotte-based Mint Hill FC out of the UPSL and the NPSL leagues. And, well, you couldn't ask for a better first half if you're Boca Dallas. You pressured Mint Hill, forced them into defensive mistakes, and now you've got a second half where you can really try and up this goal differential before target score time in 18 minutes. As we're underway, and it's a turnover again by Mint Hill, just moments of mental collapse in the backfield for Mint Hill FC. TST 7v7 all day long, as there's a turn in and cleared away by Boca Dallas. Good pressure by Gabriel Silva. Again, you can slide for possession. You cannot slide to dispossess the ball here at TST. As Grippi will play it to Juan Martinez. 2 goals allowed in the first half. The first one, scored by Gustavo Gomez, was off a deflection. Second one off a free kick right through the legs of Juan Martinez. Chance to break on the counter. Here's Che Santos. And dispossessed by Grippi again. Martinez will lift it sky high. And all the way to new netminder for Boca Dallas. In goal, it is a change as they put on Josildo Barata. Played for G3X in Kings League Brazil. Earned himself 1 match MVP. Good passing patterns by Boca Dallas. But possession lost in the front field. Luis Morales will hang on to possession for Boca. Team with Brazilian legends, futsal players, Kings League Brazil players, and a Mexican national team star who was on the cover of FIFA 16 in Mexico in Marco Fabian. That's the roster that this Boca Dallas team has come here to try and win $1 million with. And right now, things are off on the right foot. 2-0 lead over Mint Hill FC in Group G. Looking inside to Jamie DeLuzio. Back to Martinez again. Rolled up the field. Clipped back to Martinez. Takes a touch out wide. And went long, much to the dismay of his teammates. Gabriel Silva wanted that play to his feet. But with the pressure Martinez is facing right now, needs his Mint Hill teammates to drop in, find some space. Che Santos into the Pink Panther Castillo. Castillo, good movement off the ball to find himself some space. Wriggles away, leaves it for Fabian. Foul called on Marco Fabian. What a career Marco Fabian has had. Went to Guadalajara for his youth football. Then Frankfurt, Philadelphia Union. Played for Boca Dallas last year in TST, where he played in 5 games and picked up 1 assist. Possession won up the field by Mint Hill. Here's Marcio Venancio. Juan Martinez. Martinez again. Martinez goes long, looking for Ian Larson. Mint Hill really pushing numbers forward here as Grippi has it on the near side. Mint Hill's done a lot better in the second half in terms of holding on to the ball and finding some offensive chances and some offensive time in the attacking half, but still no chances really to show for it, other than that chance in the first half that was fired over. Again, TST all week long, both on the TST YouTube channel. You'll have some games on Peacock and NBCSN as well. Battle on the far side, last touch by Venancio out of Campinas, Brazil. Boca Dallas working the set pieces. Looking into Castillo, and Thiago Grippi is the first one there. Rolled out wide again. Worked back inside. Martinez. A lot of pressure from Boca Dallas on the far side leads to a foul called, and Mintel moving the other way. Good battle in midfield. Poked away by Boca Dallas. Here is Gustavo. He scored the first goal of the game. Looking inside, cut away by Mint Hill. Miscommunication between Douglas Costa and Gustavo, and they laugh about it on the near side, as Juan Martinez will have a goal kick. The names and the stakes just keep getting higher here at TST. How much Kings League influence you see this year with a team like Crew FC is playing later today, as Mint Hill looking for a chance to push forward, instead played out of the back. Here's Douglas Costa. Costa will cut inside and lay it off to teammate Well Andrade. Now out to the far side. Gustavo, he's been everywhere on the pitch today for Boca Dallas. Dancing away. Gustavo fires, saved by Martinez at the near post. And now a foul called as Gustavo's holding his leg. They will take a break here. They'll stop the clock for the injury, as Gustavo is holding that knee. Scored in the first half, the first goal of the game, the first goal of TST for Boca Dallas. And a good sight for Boca Dallas is Gustavo is able to walk off under his own power. And he'll get looked at on the far side. What a day it's turning out to be here in Cary, North Carolina. Always worried about the humidity in the North Carolina summers, but today, bit of cloud cover, a little bit of rain. Can't ask for a better day to play some 7v7 soccer. All the way back to Barata. Josildo Barata, 77 saves, 40 goals allowed for G3X this season. And now a bit of tempers flaring as yellow card shown to Marcio Venancio for accumulation of fouls. Marked along the near side. Here's Ailton. Touch back for Mint Hill. And right back into the path of Boca Dallas. Foul called. Moving the other way quickly for Boca Dallas. Up ahead. Return pass. As a shot comes in, it's deflected away. Breakout opportunity for Mint Hill, cut away by Boca Dallas, and they move the other way again. Well, Andrade. And now, Boca Dallas will reset. Turning into space. Denny Nunez. And Juan Martinez will go long. Again, can't blame Martinez for it. He's felt some pressure today from this Boca Dallas press. It's worked out in the favor of the team from Texas. Cleared away. Last touch off of Minhill. Drop pass in. Nunez with some space. He'll poke it to goal just wide. Hands up from Marcio Venancio. He's unhappy with how his team has played in the opening stages. Acres of space for Danny Nunez just outside of the box, and he missed the frame of the goal. If he puts that on target, Juan Martinez stuck in no man's land. He couldn't react to it in time. But for Mint Hill FC in its first season of TST, a big learning curve in the first half an hour of play or so. 7.5 minutes to go until target score time. Again, target score time, you add 1 to the leading team's goal total, and then whoever reaches that goal total first wins the game. So for Mint Hill, it's all about keeping it as close as possible, maybe even stealing one here, making it 2-1, then the target score is only 3. We'll see what the team from Charlotte can do as, again, cut out of play by Victor Bolt. Bolt plays for De Sempain in Kingsley, Brazil. Stretch pass forward, Danny Nunez. What a line-breaking pass, and here goes Boca Dallas. Numbers ahead, it's 4-on-3. Shot comes in, saved by Martinez. Second chance poke to goal and wide again. Martinez called into action time and time again today in this first half. 4 saves already for the Syracuse netminder. And on the other side, for both goalies, not much doing for Boca Dallas. Pollo Cortez went through the first half, didn't really have to do much. Josildo Barata, same thing. Not much to do for Boca Dallas in terms of net minding. He has facilitated play pretty well. Martinez. Stepping well up the field, Martinez. Pressure coming. Martinez looking forward, and now a chance to shoot from halfway. Martinez, the acrobatics to keep the ball out of the net. For all the great shot stopping Martinez has done today, those entry passes forward have been a bit tough for the 6'4" netminder. And while Boca Dallas continues to break lines with their stars, as Fabian unloads, Martinez fumbles it into the net. The Mexican national team legend pushes it to 3-0. Marco Fabian is no stranger to scoring in small-sided games. Been playing with the Empire Strikers in the MASL since 2023. And he's done exactly that. Put the ball in the back of the net time and time again. And Boca Dallas with a commanding 3-0 lead. Turnover back into the hands of Barata. And he'll pick up play. Fabian, more space. Couple of step overs on the far side. Acres of room, give and go. Martinez kick save. Fabian. As Mateus Fernandez in front of him. That's Chaviero out of Kings League Brazil. And here's the Pink Panther, Castillo. Bursting down onto the end line, rolled across goal and missed by Che Santos. That's one that Che will want back. A battle in as play restarts quickly. Shot curling in and wide by Trey Gardner. First look for Trey Gardner to step forward, the defender who spent 4 seasons at Davidson College, 58 starts, was a team captain, and then played his graduate season at Virginia Tech. A team while he was at Davidson, he scored against Virginia Tech, and then he ended up playing for the Hokies, where he scored 1 goal, had 1 assist in his 16 games as a grad student. Douglas Costa up to the Pink Panther, Castillo. Clipped across, there's a shot just wide into the side netting from Costa. What a run of play, and Boca Dallas is just enjoying the soccer right now. Up 3-0. And you can see this Boca Dallas team just having fun. Pressure comes, holding on to it is Eder Souza. Play goes to the corner. Long run for the netminder Barata, who backstopped G3X all the way to the Kings League finals before they lost. Boca Dallas goes long. Martinez brings it down. Martinez again. Looking forward, cut away. Ball rolls over midfield. Back to Thiago Grippi. Pressure, Martinez lost it again. And out of play. Couple of times now it's been dangerous for Martinez at the back. Grippi feeling pressure again. Martinez. Push forward, but not in time. Numbers, here's Gustavo dancing away. Touch back to Martinez. Chance to reset. Trey Gardner had that curling effort moments ago that went wide. Gardner, more room. Rolled up ahead. Can Mint Hill get some footing in the final moments of this second half before we head to target score time? The winner, or the leading team, I should say, adds 1 to their goals total, and that's the target score. And that'll do it. There's the 18 minutes. We're heading to target score time. The target score will be 4. So again, here is how target score time works here in TST. You start with 7v7 soccer and a 3-minute clock. That will continue to tick down. And every 3 minutes, the next time the ball goes out of play, you then lose a player. You go to 6v6 for another 3 minutes. And then if that clock goes all the way to 0, you go to 5v5 all the way down to 2v2 soccer. The first team to reach the target score is the victor of the game. And new this year, there is a TST backfield violation. So the team must advance the ball into the attacking half within 15 seconds of possession. In the defensive half, the clock starts with the possession, even if the goalkeeper's holding the ball, I should say. If you fail to advance the ball in the 15 seconds, that results in an indirect free kick the other way. Once you advance the ball past halfway, you can't go back over the line. Think about a backfield violation in basketball. if the ball travels over the line and back into the defensive half by intention of the team with possession, it is a turnover and a free kick going the other way. The only exception to that is on a kick-in. So if you have possession of the ball, it goes out of play, you can kick it fully back over the line, but then you only have 15 seconds to get it back the other way. That's the biggest change this year in target score time. The rest of it's the same, including the Golden Fleece, which will be handed to the goal scorer who wins the match in target score time. You get the Golden Fleece, you get free access to TST for the rest of your life. Whoever scores that game-winning goal, you'll see them all run out and celebrate and wrap him with the scarf. And right now, Boca Dallas in cruise control. Mint Hill FC has not had a shot on goal all game. And the Stars of Boca Dallas are controlling the run of play.
Mint Hill FC 0. That means the target score is 4. First team to reach 4 goals is the winner. Also, during target score time,
so quick break as teams continue to reassess strategy.
Once across midfield, they cannot intentionally play the ball back into their own half. A violation will result in a turnover. Every 3 minutes during target score time, a player will be removed from each team. Here on field
so much strategy in years past, and all of that has to be scrapped because of this backfield violation rule. So everything, if you've watched TST in years past, everything you thought about holding on to possession, slowing things down that we've seen from the likes of Onua Obasi, the head coach of Newtown Pride FC in the first couple of editions, and what he's been able to do with possession-based soccer, throw that all out the window because now you've got to move it past halfway. The team that's defending can sit back, wait for you to cross halfway, and then really press with some aggression. So it's all about keeping the ball but moving it around and moving around a defensive press that is sure to cause some issues for either side. Mint Hill FC will have to be aggressive in target score time. No shots on goal really to test either netminder for Boca Dallas. And in the game, just 2 shots recorded. Thiago Grippi has 1. Braden Keenan has 1. And actually, we did see a 3rd shot by Trey Gardner that went wide. So the target score is 4. Boca Dallas in cruise control. They just need that 1 game-winning goal. Mint Hill, it would require a comeback of seismic proportions to really take control of this one and bring it back. Go into target score time after 36 minutes, I should say, of no shots on goal, and all of a sudden you need 3 goals against one of the best goalkeepers in Kings League Brazil, in Josildo Barata. What a season he had in the Kings League for G3X. He also, alongside his 77 saves, saved 5 penalties, saved 7 shootout attempts, picked up 2 assists as well, so he can do it with the ball at his feet. And so the legends that span this Boca Dallas roster, whether you're watching on YouTube or Canal Goal BR, Boca Dallas just needs the 1 to hit that target score. Quickly up ahead by Mint Hill. Touchdown of play. Elton Nascimento will reset, and Elton will go back to Barata. Elton again, been a quiet game from him, really, because Mint Hill haven't had to do much defending, but what can he do on the attack? He's brought down from behind. Elton wins a free kick. Boca Dallas has already scored from a free kick today. And Elton remains down. They'll stop the clock here. Just under a minute played into this 7v7. Again, after it hits 3 minutes, it'll drop down to 6v6, and then another 3 minutes after that. 5v5 and so on. Marco Fabian stands over this one. Can the Mexican national team legend deliver something? He's got Douglas Costa with him. Costa will rip in just wide of Martinez in net. Martinez goes long, looking for the corner. He might have someone here. Flip to goal. Shouts of out of play, but right now Mint Hill pushing forward. Costa, pass one. Quickly the other way. L7. Return pass intended for L7. Lucas Guilherme. And it will go all the way back to Josildo Barata. Costa hangs on to possession with Fabian. Only in TST will you ever see a Brazilian national team legend. As there's a high kick. And straight away it's a red card for Mint Hill FC. High boot straight into the chest. And right away, out comes the trainers. And so now, for the remainder of target score time, Mint Hill will be down a player. They will stop the clock now. 2:24 gone in this target score time. So how this works with a red card is right now it'll be 7-on-6, and then in a couple of moments, if we get to the first stoppage where it goes down to a player, it'll then be 6-on-5. All the way down to then we will stop at 3-on-2. So there can never be less than 2 players on the field for Mint Hill FC. It will just be 3-on-2 in the final run of play. And 3-on-2 until we have a goal scorer. That is if we get to that point, because Boca Dallas are just 1 goal away. A crazy high kick straight into the head. And they are really stabilizing here a very, very dangerous situation on the field. So the red card for Mint Hill, still tending to the injured player on the field, Marco Fabian there. Again, just really, really dangerous high boot. Red card comes with a game suspension as well. And of course, to the discretion of the TST match officials as to the severity of the suspension that will follow for this incident. It's just something that isn't a soccer play, and now really unfortunate for Marco Fabian, a legend of the game. Still tended to, but able to stand up and walk off with some help. Great sight to see. Red card was shown to Marcio Venancio of Mint Hill FC. And so for about 40 seconds, it'll be 7-on-6. If we get to the 3-minute mark, then 6-on-5, and so forth and so on. Mint Hill will be down a player for the rest of target score time. No surprise with the immediate red card shown there, and after a break in play, we're back underway. Target score is 4 for Boca Dallas. Rolled up ahead. Drop back, it'll go down to the end line. Flicked across the field, Che Santos to it first. Rolled down, L7 across the face of goal. Second chance fired off the post and out. Rebound still there, still loose. Martinez sliding out off the bar again and cleared away. A crazy run of play, but Boca Dallas don't have that winner just yet. Next stoppage, we'll see the players reduced. Chance, cleared, rebound also away. What a run of play so far in this target score time. Chase Santos, can he produce something? This is simply incredible how Boca Dallas don't have that winner just yet. Mateus. Jay. Again, TST, you can't go backfield. You can hang on to possession in the attacking half. Pass forward. Shot to goal, saved by Martinez. And now we'll drop down. Each team will have to take a player off, but because of the red card for Mint Hill FC, it is now 6 players for Boca Dallas taking on 5 for Mint Hill. I mean, how did Mateus Rufino not score there? Chance after chance. But nothing to show so far in target score time. 3 minutes down, play restarts. So another 3 minutes. This one is 6-on-5. Here's the Pink Panther Castillo. Up ahead to Victor Bolt, L7. Back to Bolt again. Right now, all defense for Mint Hill. And the shot fired over. That's Nascimento. Mint Hill, what can they do? Down a player now in target score time. Little nutmeg to keep possession for Mint Hill FC. Martinez goes long. Boca Dallas can really push numbers forward, especially with the extra player due to the red card on Venancio for that extremely dangerous high kick on Marco Fabian. Went off holding that neck area with a couple of the trainers. Really good to at least see Marco Fabian walk off under his own power. He was helped away by the trainers. A legend of the game that's still playing in the MASL now. Rolled over to Albert Jr. Jr. again. Conducting play as the numbers get reduced. 1.5 minutes into the 6-on-5. The Pink Panther Castillo. Bodies moving around the box. Sets up. Shot deflected. Shouts for handball won't be given. Play resets for Well Andrade. Now up ahead, Mateus Fernandez. Castillo. Boca Dallas living near the penalty box. Albert Jr. Down low. Up top. Deflection. Oh, what a save by Martinez. Was on the ground, had to hop up and poke it over. After the shot from Mateus Fernandez. Corner kick for Boca Dallas. 40 seconds of this 6-on-5 after the Mint Hill red card to start off target score time. Castillo looking for the opening. Andrade fires, blocked away by Mint Hill again. It is constant pressure for Boca Dallas in target score time. It's exactly what you'd expect now that they're up a player. Castillo looking for Well Andrade. It goes under the foot after a bad hop off the grass. Quick restart. And rolled forward all the way out of play for Juan Martinez. So 6 minutes of target score time. Now each team takes off another player. And we head to 5-on-4. That is, of course, including the goalkeepers. So 3 field players on the field for Mint Hill FC, 4 for Boca Dallas. Juan Martinez might step up and try and get involved a little bit more now on the offense for Mint Hill. play injured players down there on the far side for Mint Hill. There's a shot from distance, just wide from Braden Keenan. Second shot of the game for Keenan, but still no shots on goal for Mint Hill FC. Couple of subs on the fly, as here is the USA Kings League team captain Gabriel Costa. A couple of Kings World Cups where he's been the star for the America team. Costa, back and forth. Here is Costa. Rolled across and tapped home at the back post. Alan Gutierrez has the winner for Boca Dallas, who dominate all game long. And out comes the Golden Fleece. Gutierrez's first goal of the game is the game winner, but it's set up by Gabriel Costa, and Boca Dallas dominate in game number 1. Top to bottom, pure class from Boca Dallas. And you can see the Douglas Costa effect on this team. Flashy, efficient, and creative soccer for Boca Dallas, and then the red card early in target score time, all the way until a target score time winner 7 minutes into the target score time. It was 5-on-4
your final
at the run of play.
4, Mint Hill FC 0.
So they hand the Golden Fleece to the man who scored the game winner, and Alan Gutierrez, and Boca Dallas dominate game 1 by a final score of 4-0. Next up for Boca Dallas today at 5:45 p.m., they take on 2024 champions La Bombonera. For Mint Hill at 5:30 p.m. today, taking on Baltimore-based Charmer 410. For all of us involved in the broadcast, the producer to my right, Bob Harris, our stats man, Nicholas Torres-Kwan, and the graphics producer, Taylor Kavanaugh. Thanks for tuning in to Target Score TST. Boca Dallas wins 4-0 in target score time. Winner scored by Alan Gutierrez. Arnav Pokrell saying so long from here in Field 4, but action continues all day long on TST.